Digging in the rabbit hole. Big salute, big salute, big salute, big salute. Big salute to all my support goons, loved ones, support squad. Please forgive me. It's still early morning, so I'm still a little tongue twisted. tongue twisted. But big salute to all my loved ones, support goons, support squad, big brother them, trapflix.com, trapflix.com, trapflix.com. Have you registered yet? If not, make sure you go register right now. And if you're interested in the trap coins, which are a great investment option, please tune in, tap in with me. All my details is in the description below. So check the description for all my details. Yeah, and big salute to all my righteous revolutionaries. Big salute, righteous revolutionaries. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Can't stop, won't stop, won't stop, can't stop. Today, I had to start off this morning with a good one. You already know, Samuel. You already know. It's cut up time. Yeah, made in USA. Big salute, big salute. Big salute to everybody tuning in, tapping in. Late night, early morning, late night, early morning. Good evening, good afternoon, whichever it may be. But we're gonna start off today. Was Zeus black? Because all the gods and goddesses, all the Greek gods and goddesses, what they rep over there in Europe, they got them from African gods and goddesses. Samuel, big salute, big salute, big salute to you, fam. So let's get a quick little Black History Month Black History Month fact update. Yeah. So here we go. Let go.
Zeus, black. Zeus was the chief deity of ancient Greek religion, a sky and weather god, and the inspiration behind the Roman god Jupiter. He was worshipped as the creator of thunder, lightning, rain, and winds, and his traditional weapon was the thunderbolt. He was known as the father of gods and men. However, most people ignore that the majority of ancient Greeks' knowledge came from Africans. Most Greek gods were actually Hellenized versions of Kemet's African deities. All Greek historians, including Homer,
Oh, disclaimer. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Entertainment and educational purposes only. I know I had to put that out there. I forgot. There you go.
Diodorus, and Herodotus acknowledged that black Africans were the first to worship the gods, and that the Greeks simply learned from them. The Greeks assumed the Egyptian gods were the true gods. So all they did was copy what the Africans created and adapted it to their customs. Traces of that African origin can still be found in their writings. In the Iliad and Odyssey, Homer wrote that every year, Greek gods went to feast with the Ethiopians or black Africans. Furthermore, Zeus's chief title was Ethiops, which means black. So, yes, according to the ancient Greeks, Zeus, their main god, was black. Like and subscribe for more.
Facts. So we got that out the way. Yeah, all the Greek gods was black gods. Yeah. Because, like he said, the Greeks learned from the Africans. Yeah, the Greeks learned from the Africans. Now, there's another one. Let's see. Now we got to tune in, tap in Motherfossil University. Yeah. Let's tune in and tap in and see what Professor talking about. Because the professor say, it's an ancient writer named Ovid. And he say that our origins are biological via metamorphosis. So let's see. Ovid was one of the ancient Greek writers. But they learned from Africans. So I had to get that out the way. So you can kind of look at this in a clearer, more picture.
Are you sick of having
Disclaimer. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Educational and entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
issues with your webinars? wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees? If so,
And I don't be wanting to skip through commercials because commercials is how YouTubers get paid. So, kind of let the commercial play a little bit, then skip through. Let them make a little bit off of it. All right, let's go.
Friends, is the cartilage
Hold on, let's take it back.
fossils and realize these things were not just statues and so forth. This is actually real biology that was petrified in some unknown manner and still unknown to me today.
Says that he letting you know he's still trying to figure out how the hell did they petrify these giants, because we know from fact that giants was on the earth back then. We all know that. Jack and the Beanstalk wasn't no fairy tale. That wasn't no bullshit. So when mythology meets facts.
This is Statua del Gigante. And this, my friends, is the cartilage, and which is a tendon really that runs down to the leg, which is all covered with bloody red, muddy, bloody tissue down there. This is the guy's arm. And this shows that is exactly the muscle pattern, the bone pattern, and so forth in the arm. This was a living creature, and this is what the body looks like. That's exactly what we just looked at right there. That's exactly it. There's no difference whatsoever. 100% exactly identical. And nobody's going to put that inside of a statue. No, they did some work to his head. They put in some rebar to try to fix it, and all rusted away and fell apart. This has nothing to do with being repaired. Now,
every time sometimes I try to go through his videos before I present them to y'all. Man, every time I watch him, it be like watching it's brand new again. So please forgive me if I don't be interrupting as much. I'll be trying to let y'all get the message. The message that whatever message you get from this, I'll be trying to make sure y'all get it.
That is a tendon. And that's his kneecap right there. Now, these other ones were also real. And look at this. Now, what is it? What the hell is that? Look at that thing. What is it? Well, it looks like some kind of sea monster mushroom.
That goes to show you, when we was playing gods back in the day before we got punished, we were creating deformed beings. Y'all seen this, deformities and things like this, to get to try to make the perfect product. You're gonna have some deformities. Boy, we were some mad scientists. Boy.
Stuck on some guy that's saying, what is going on here, man? This is crazy. Now, and it is crazy, but listen to this. There was a guy called Ovid, and he wrote Metamorphoses, and he wrote that at the time of Julius Caesar. It was before Christ. Listen to what he had to say. All right, here it is right here. Metamorphoses. This is a narrative poem. They call them poems from 8 CE, the Common Era. So that's before Christ was, he was alive at that time, I guess. But anyway, this is all about Ovid, and he has all these different books. Look at this, book 1 through 15.
Pay attention.
Now,
listen, y'all.
It starts off, book 1, the creation, the ages of mankind, the flood, Deucalion, who was also known as Noah, and Pyra, his wife, Apollo, Daphne, Io, Phaeton. Then it goes on, Callisto, and on and on and on, of all the heroes of the ancient times, the Titans and so forth. And he starts everything with these words right here. He starts this whole metamorphosis with these words. In nova fert animus mutatus decere forma scopora. Well, what does that mean? It means metamorphosis is a transformation, the underlying theme amongst the episodes of Metamorphosis. It's a transformation Ovid raises its significance explicitly in the open lines of the poem, which is his works. In nova fert animus mutatus tecere formos corpora, I intend to speak of forms changed into new entities. Those new entities include.
Big salute, Uncle G. Now I don't know, but we gonna look. Matter of fact, you bring up a good point, Uncle G. We gonna look that up next. We gonna dig on that next. Yeah, we sure gonna get us some facts on that. Yeah.
A great variety among the types of transformations that take place, human to innate objects like the Nile River, to constellations, to animals, from animals and ants and fungus and mushrooms to humans and hyenas and colorful pebbles. I mean, this is just insane. It's absolutely insane. They could control matter and do anything they wanted with it. And they did just for fun. They turned these giants into stone in all of these crazy poses. Look at this guy. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. I got to be honest with you. This is something very, very strange.
Very strange.
And look at this. Now he's strangling a dragon. That's the dragon's head right there that the water is coming out. They made a fountain out of him. And this is the Colossus del Appennino in Florence, Italy. Now they had some spots where they would, like the other one there in France, Fontainebleau in France has like all kinds of crazy things. Anyway, I'm going to go to this video that I did 5 years ago. And because now there's all kinds of new information I have now about Apollodorus and about all of these different stories that were told that solidify all this stuff. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on. Now I have all the background information to support the things that I found and could not walk away from. So these are the things I found long ago, and I may have a different take on it back then, but I think it was pretty close to this now.
Starting a business doesn't need to be complicated, expensive, tiring.
Before we get started, don't forget now, you should read Apollodorus. He was, I think, 180 BC. It was certainly long before the Christ. He talks about the theogony, the birth of Zeus, the war of the Titans, the Olympian gods, the war of the giants, and Typhon, Prometheus, and Deucalion. Prometheus was apparently the father of Deucalion, who is Noah. And Prometheus, they say, may have actually created humankind after the war of the giants and so forth. I don't know. But this is very, very deep. And this is all the history written from the ancient mythology, basically, of the Greeks.
Was it mythology?
She wrapped a stone in swaddling clothes and gave it to Kronos to swallow. As if he were the newborn child. He was swallowing all the children because they said that he would have a son that would grow up and overthrow him, which is actually what happened. When Zeus was full grown, because she took him and hid him in the wilderness, Zeus was full grown. He took Metis, the daughter of the ocean, to help him, and she gave Kronos a drug to swallow. And it goes on. This is the history. There's Poseidon, the Cyclopses, Tartarus, the Titans, all in this one little thing. Pluto, Hades. I mean, this is some very, 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 very detailed stuff about. And here is the Titans smote with a thunderbolt and hurled down to Tartarus. Anyway, I'm going to go back to what the actual physical evidence I had back, like I say, for years now, 10 years or more. But in the last 5 or 6 years, it's gotten pretty seriously detailed. And now it's gotten to the point where there's very, very little that is unknown now, as long as it gets examined.
Facts.
So let's do some examining.
Let's do some examining.
Having people
Let's go
understand
there,
this is real, it's not silly, and there are.
See, This is the type of people you got to learn from. People that can help you examine, give you receipts, give you details, break things down, help you understand, give you some understanding. See, if you just hear people talk, you're like, oh, that sounds good. That makes sense. You know, but now all the knowledge that we getting, we can begin to connect the dots. But in order for us to connect the dots of the past, you got to start from the root. You got to start from the root, because the first two civilizations that we know about is what? Greek, then Roman, and they already let you know the Greeks learned from us. The guys used to come eat with us. That's why they envy us. So come on now. They are of us. We made them. So we can't really be mad at them. They just doing what we made them to do. So I think my next few lives going to try to help us get off that race card. You know, we are the creators of the race. We the ones that created this thing. So we got to get off that race card, because we created them to bring about the evil that we couldn't do. Let's go.
Very deep ramifications. It's not a monkey bone. All right. Now, this is a colossus somewhere. I'm not certain where, but it's a giant, and it was frozen by a Gorgon type of technology long ago. And it's written about by Ovid they call him. But anyway, this is the structure. Now, you can see the pose. It's extraordinary, these poses. They have looks of wonder on their faces a lot of times. You see this architecture right here? You see that? That's the blood running down through the arterial side. Whenever it's red or rusty color, that's the artery side. It has what's called FeO3 blood, oxygen with three iron oxide with the three oxygens. As it comes down, it forces itself through to the other side, where it comes back as blue blood. In mud fossils, it will show up as black. Now, you see this stripe right here? You see that? It almost looks like somebody took a little pizza dough or something and wrapped it over there. That is tendon. It's clearly different from what you see over here. And I'm going to show you the anatomy that'll show this. But anyway, the blood runs down all right. So this is what we got. These are real. This I certify by Mud Fossil University as a real ancient petrified creature that was done instantaneously. And Ovid has all of this is documented. So it's not something that is, it's just a guess. I'm saying, oh, he must have done that instantaneously. No, he wrote all about this. He wrote that they did this to make lawn sculptures, literally. They did this and they posed these people and froze them instantaneously.
That's crazy.
That's what it says.
Make the leap. Bring what you do online with GoDaddy. Whatever your thing is, we've got the right domain for you.
All right, here's another one Aaron sent me. And
hold on, let me see what y'all talking about. Willie 1015, big salute, big salute. My bad, y'all. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. You know, I gotta give my salutes out. Let's keep it going.
It's just the guy's artery. As they ripped his arm off, you can see the architecture of his arm and his artery bleeding all over the place. I mean, it's so unbelievable. I can't even imagine what was going on.
Now, see, the details be right in front of our face, because sometimes when we see stuff like this, we be like, man, that shit looks so real. That's because it is. Especially a lot of these, even though they added on their stuff to it, but all this stuff been written about. All these things been written about. That's what they say when myth meets fact. So I don't think mythology, I don't think they'd just be writing stuff down that wasn't fact. It's just so big and we so little, it was so big that we couldn't even see it. But we starting to see now.
Going on back then, but Ovid wrote about this. They told these guys, go up and hold this thing up, and then they froze them in place. It's just what happened. It was written about. Now, down here, you see all of the blood flowing down. That's the part where I showed you before how the different types of muscle is darker here and separated and so forth. Now, There's the other foot. There's blood blowing out of that one. There's blood blowing out here. It was alive. That's all there is to it. It was alive. Case closed. Okay, I went back and looked at the video that I did, and I got a little carried away with the transition metals, but I need people to understand the transition metals, and there they are. And these are the only reason you are alive and breathing oxygen and doing all the things that you do. And every bit of your anatomy requires to have a full complement of these metals. And it's not only these, there's almost 100 of them. You contain iridium and uranium, and all of that stuff is in your body, and it has a function, and it carries molecules around. Every one has a special function and carries a certain specific molecule to do a certain specific job. Right. Some of them may do your elbows. Seriously, it can be that specific. Some of them might do the nails on your body, and some of them the eyes and eyelashes, the thin skin, the thick skin, all the different things has to be built and structured and constructed from something. And these are the ones that carry the things around to do the constructing and to feed you and to give you oxygen and to carry away the carbon dioxide. Without these, you're done. And if you are missing some of these, or they are weak, or they're in the wrong ratios, you become chronically ill. And the reason these things become in the right ratios is because your body processes the food that you take in correctly. And that requires bacteria, because the bacteria creates something that's called enzymes. Enzymes are literally chemistry kits.
Facts.
They're chemistry sets. And then one type of bacteria will say, well, my job is to create something that's going to go out and harvest copper. And if that bacteria is killed by an antibiotic, which is frequently done, you will not have copper. And if you don't have copper, you may not be able to hear. You may not be able to see correctly. You may itch all day long. You may have joint pains. But you will suffer from some chronic illness if you have too much of something or not enough of something. And if you ingest things.
Yeah, I could believe that too. I wouldn't say robots, but we are getting ready to metamorphose into robots. Yeah. This the age I feel like we're living in now. All this creation stuff they got going on. We getting ready to transition into robots. Yeah. We getting ready to transition into robots. Yep.
That are not natural things, and they bind with these things that should be carrying something else, then you are going to be possibly ill.
It's loose, sis.
Or if they come in and they attack things that you need, and they break those molecules and you don't have them, you are going to be sick. So I recommended this for years now, and no.
But we are electrobiological though. But we transitioning into robots. Just pay attention to the little kids. You see how easy these little kids can use a tablet and a cell phone, and they can't even talk yet. So we transitioning from electrobiological into robots. So we're going into the electrobiological robot stage. Yep. You're right. We ain't robots just yet, but the threshold has been crossed.
Nobody will listen to me. I know I sound frustrated, and I am frustrated. I'm very frustrated, to be perfectly honest with you. I cannot believe the absolute. Anyway, I'm not going to go into this. I'm just going to continue on.
Well, make it more crazy. They robot clones, like what family just said. Electrobiological robots. This is what we transitioning into. The clones, the synthetic robots, the robots that can reproduce and all that. This is what we transitioning into with the age of the Terminator. Age of the damn Terminator.
The transition elements are absolutely required for your life and your maintenance and your health, and to keep you away from the doctors. And if you don't, and all the foods you eat are these colors. They're just colors. The food you eat didn't come in these colors because there's nothing there. It came in colors because you need these things in your body. And the earth knows that. Doctors don't know that. They have no clue about this. Don't care about this at all. I can't find any.
Yeah, the doctors just want to give you stuff, so you have to keep going back to the doctor. So you got to keep spending your money with them. They don't want to cure you. They want to keep you sick. Because if they cure you, how they gonna make money? Huh? How they gonna make money if they make sure everybody is healthy and wealthy? Yeah, so y'all gotta watch these doctors.
Anybody that has any care whatsoever about this. Now, it could be this is just incompetence, but I don't know. I have no idea why they don't care about what the natural system of your body is. And if you have these correct chemicals in you and these correct metals, they will deliver and pick up the things to make your body healthy. Case closed. Now, how do you get these things in your body to work correctly? Bacteria. All right, exactly identical to they use in the waste treatment plants, heavy metals and so forth. They attach to the heavy metals. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what to do.
They know.
Exactly what to do.
They know. They know exactly what to do. That's why they keep us sick. Big business. The biggest dope dealers is the doctors. See how everybody trying to get them scripts. How much of them doctors get paid from all them old heads from them insurance companies and all that stuff? They keep the old heads going to the doctor every month, like like taking your car to get tuned up every month. Now, see, if everybody knew how to work on their own cars, then that'll affect the car industry. See? Yep.
But if you break them, or if you go in there with antibiotics and kill them all, and these all go home and you're going to be healthy, you just send somebody home with a death sentence. You send them home to be chronically ill. It's a fact. If you don't have the right bacteria in your gut, which is what antibiotics kills, goes right through, they'll kill everything, it's all no good. These will never be able to do their job, and you will be sick. And that's why I get frustrated, because all we need is to have a national or a worldwide database that says, all right, here's what the metals are that are in your blood. All they need is a fluoroscope to take a blood drop and bloop, bloop, bloop. It says 27% iron, 6% this, and 1% of that, and blah, 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 blah. And there's 100 of them. There's 100 of them. Now, you match that to the bacteria that is in your fecal sample. So here you are, you got a blood drop, you got a little piece of poop. Between the two of them, that is your life. That is your life. Your life is based on poop. Bacteria. I just thought about that. It's so funny.
80% of your immune system is in your stomach. Google it if you don't believe me. 80% of your immune system is in your stomach. I repeat, 80% of your immune system is in your stomach. Google it. Somebody Google it and tell me what Google say. Somebody Google it right now and tell me what Google say.
I gotta take a break. Okay, my friends, I am sorry. That just struck me funny. My father used to tell me things that made me laugh about. He used to say that everything you drink's been through the kidneys of a Chinaman at least once. Anyway, these kind of things strike me. Anyway, I'm going to go into some other stuff. At one point, I say I'm going to wrap it up here. Well, I don't wrap it up. I just keep on going. So anyway, I needed a good laugh. All right, thanks. Just keep watching. It's really very interesting. And this is not a monkey bone. I keep saying that, and it is not. It is not just a curiosity. All right, you should really look deep into this. Go to Mud Fossil University, subscribe, and start learning. Because just go. Well, I say learning. Go look. If you see something, it turns you on, you think it's right, well, maybe there's something there. Well, take a look. Nothing there. You will find nothing, zero.
Yeah. I folks with the professor. So y'all make sure y'all go like, share, subscribe. Yeah. Go learn something. Go learn something. This is another thing that they don't tell you. Not only were our ancient ancestors, were they priesthood and all that, they were also scientists. They were also geniuses. They knew how to play with matter with their hands. That's why they could say be, and it was because they knew how to play with the elements. They knew how to do all that by heart without looking at a book. So y'all got to remember that too. Yeah, y'all got to remember that too.
It is not supported with some material physical evidence, or at least a very good story from the ancient texts, which I now believe are literally word for word fact. I mean, there's the things that they wrote which nobody could have expected, like a dragon.
Yeah, your brain and your intestines look alike because they, well, you know how they say brain food? Because everything you see and you learn, you take in and you digest it, literally. That might be why they look the same. Just two different jobs, but look just the same. But they had the same function. One ingests organic material, and the other ingests the other material. I guess the knowledge, whatever kind of material that you would call that. Yeah.
Dragon and a Leviathan and all these insane things that we've been finding in Mythology University, they are actually true things that were written, and they're true, like this, the Gorgons. Somehow they petrified these people instantaneously. What is that all about? A lot of study could be done. You know, I think the academics might enjoy this if they ever got into it and let themselves devolve. All right. See you later. All right. We'll finish it up with the Colossus of Colossus of Apennine, I believe is how you pronounce it. And this was supposed to have been done in the 1500s. Well, it wasn't done in the 1500s. This was long, long ago where the gods were here. And this was done by the gods, and they added a nest on the guy's back in the 1500s. And I'll show you that. Now, again, this is the kaolin clays. This is all the red bloody stuff that runs out. I can see all kinds of architecture on the skin, the blood running out of his legs. He had on some kind of a cape that was on him when he first originally was petrified. Now, let's look at other pictures about him. All right, this is what it looks like. This is and all they did was they built this thing up on his back. That's all. And they put a little dragon nest up down there in the 1500s. The rest of it is 100% real. I've checked that thing every single way you can check it, and it is 100% correct. And Ovid wrote everything about this in Metamorphoses. It was very, very clear. They talked about doing it. They froze 200 of them in one day, and one guy was swinging his sword, and the other guy turned into stone so quick that when he hit him, his sword went twang, and he was also frozen at the same time with a look on his face of amazement, is what it said.
Hey.
Boy, that's deep. Boy, that's deep.
All right. I told you I would make it extremely clear how different things have different transition metals in them. And this is what I've been pointing out to for years now. And I don't even think anybody realizes what it is other than the people that have been paying attention to mud fossils. This is a heart. It's an opalized heart. Now, opals form in blood. Blood is thick blood. Australia is slaughtered with blood. And the blood has transition metals in it. And when it's wet, these things, all of the body tissue, its natural condition is in wetness is to pass things in and out. It loves to move things in and out. It's called carboxylation. And it's carboxylation of transition metal elements. Every time you see a color, it's a transition metal. Every time.
Carboxylation. Man. Carboxylation of transition metals. Man.
You see it clearly delineated in these forms. It means that that particular type of tissue needs a certain type of metal to do its job. This might be vanadium, it might be copper, it might be whatever it is. There's 100 different transition metals. There's even iridium and uranium are transition metals, and they are in your body. And they do certain jobs. And the jobs they do are critical, and they just don't understand that either. They think they're just rattling around in your body. Well, they are not. They grab onto molecules up in your heart. They bring them down to your legs and extremities and your whole body, and they drop them off. And as that pH changes, they grab onto a molecule to take back up to the heart to add another oxygen to it. Simple as that. It's the pH change that causes transition metals to handshake and release. Simple as that. And if you don't have them, you're sick. And if you don't have them in the right quantities, you're sick. And if you can't get them and process them by bacteria in your body, you're sick. It's called chronic illness. So I throw all these things in. I can't help myself. That's what I do. But let's go back to the giants. By the way, I don't want to beat this thing to death, but I've been trying to get some doctor to pay attention. There's not a single one will. All you need to do, because I can tell you right now, these tissues have to have exact type of chemistry. You are nothing but a chemistry set. And if you don't have the right transition metals, you're going to be.
See, one thing about the professor, he too nice. He know that he'll mess up the game. He know that he'll mess up they money. You know what I'm saying? So the bigger the professor gets, see, this is the type of people we're gonna have to protect. Like the professor, Professor Roger right here, our Minister Farrakhan, you know, he protected by God, but you know, it's people like this that we gotta keep sacred, keep safe, man, keep their message alive. You know what I'm saying?
Sick. All they need to do is to take a blood sample with a fluoroscope reading to find out the percentages and what blood metals are in your body, and then they match that up to a database of the average and people that don't have any symptoms, and then they would look at the bacteria that's your body from a fecal sample. Between those two in a database, and everybody went in and did that, before long they would find out what bacteria was bad and what metal it deprived or would not remove from you, and therefore the type of bacteria that was bad in you, because they create what they call an enzyme. The enzyme creates the metal. If you don't have the metal, you cannot drag the things around in your body for your fingernails and your ears and your eyes and your toenails, and all the things have different chemistry, and all of those different transition metals have a different chemical signature handshake. All right, I don't mean to get off on these tangents, but nobody ever listens to this stuff. They look at all these pictures and, oh, look at these giants, look at this and that. Well, there's so much more to this.
A lot more.
In academia, it just treats it like I'm an idiot. This is not silly. You know, it's time to stop wasting the time with this. I'm not going to live forever. I mean, I want to watch it. I know I'm not important. It's not me, but I want to watch.
Nah, you important, Professor. You you a problem for them, and you don't even know it yet. Our professor probably know it, but the way he talk, like he don't even know that he a problem for them folk, the powers that be. This man is really a problem, and I don't think he really know how much big of a problem he is. Man, thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor.
Now, something else I don't understand is this is not basalt. It's a crete left over after crushing stone to take out the gold, and what's left is a mineral concrete. It's just like concrete, and they must have added some kind of fuser to this. This is a mold, and the mold was here, and it's a giant. That's a giant's hand, just like this. I made a mold. It's identical. He was forcing this down into the mold. He went out to have a couple cerveza. Came back, it was solid. Well, maybe more than a couple.
Yeah, Professor go deep, or he go deep. Now let's see. Uncle G asked, was the first Vikings black? Let's see. Let's see what Black history say. Oh, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Entertainment and educational purposes only. Disclaimer, disclaimer alert. Entertainment and educational purposes only. Lego.
Wow, thank you for your time.
Yeah, this is for Uncle G. Uncle G brought up a good topic. He said, wasn't the first Vikings, wasn't they black? So we're gonna see what Black history say.
How juicy.
Juicy. Juicy.
Black Viking. He just digging. He just digging in the rabbit hole. What we find? We find something.
All right, y'all. So what's up? So before we get into this video, I just want to give a brief synopsis as to what this video series and this channel, as well as other video series in the future, are going to be about. Basically, this channel was just created to give Black people, especially Black people of the Americas, a better understanding of our true and exact history, because a lot of our history has either been missed.
Now let's see if bro hitting on some good points. You know we gonna like and subscribe. You know this is my first time watching. You know we digging together. Yeah, we digging together. So let's see.
Taught or contorted in a way to lead Black people astray, or
okay,
a tool, an educational tool for Black people to have.
Love a little bit.
So that's basically what this channel was created for.
Okay.
This video right here, for example, informational of just a brief synopsis of the people that I'm going to be talking about's history.
Okay, give it.
So after this volume, which is volume 1, is going to come volume 2, okay, which is going to consist of just proof that the people that origins and even into the if need be, which for this video there will need to be a third volume, which is just going to act as an extension of volume 2.
Okay.
So that's basically what this channel is going to consist. Okay. Portion. Good. And go to volume 2 or volume 3 to see. Okay. As we're going through these different cultures,
let's get
and as to who these people were in history. So yeah, so I would just encourage everybody to watch all 3 volumes, and yeah, that's basically what this channel is going to be about. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
Come on, let's go.
The origins of the Scandinavians go back to the existence of the ancient Aboriginal tribes of Germany, known as the Germanic tribes, who were the ancestors of the Vikings and the main group of people who would inhabit the 3 main Scandinavian kingdoms, that being Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. The Vikings had a very ardent warrior culture, comparable to other ancient civilizations that came before them, such as the Greek Spartans during the Iron Age, but their warrior culture was a unique one in and of itself. From a young age, the Scandinavian boys would be indoctrinated with the art of war and what came along with their way of life. They were trained on how to wield their weapons on the battlefield, with their main weapons being clubs, swords, battle axes, spears, and a bow and arrow. Okay. Rigorous training regimens resulted in the young warriors becoming equally as good with both hands at wielding their weapons, and built up their bodies to be as muscular as possible in order to use their swords. The Vikings believed participating in war was the most surefire way to acquire fame and riches, and that their exploits on the battlefield would be remembered in the annals of history for years to come. Oftentimes, when a man could no longer fight in battle, he would have his friend kill him with the hope that he wouldn't be excluded from the highest honor a Viking warrior can receive once they die, that being entering into Valhalla. Valhalla was a place where the bravest and most honorable warriors were sent after their death, and was a heaven-like place for the warrior caste of the Scandinavians. It It was believed that the deceased heroes, who would then become known as Einherjars, were warriors that would await for the cataclysmic event known as Ragnarok, the apocalyptic series of events that would lead to the end of the world. These warriors would be guided into Valhalla by the Valkyries, who were the maidens of their chief god Odin, and would enjoy passing their time fighting one another during the day, but at night would enjoy a festival meal that consisted of the flesh of a boar called Sarmir. Cowards who feared battle and the dangers of war would be cast down to Helheim, which was the Scandinavians' version of hell. The main home of the Scandinavian deities was Asgard, which by conventional designations is in Sweden. The main deities that the Norsemen worship were Odin, the All-Father, who was the chief god of all the other gods; Thor, the god of war, thunder, fertility, and strength; Freya, the goddess of love and war; Frigg, the goddess of marriage, consort of Odin, and mother of Balder, the wisest of all the gods, hence why he is known as the god of wisdom; and lastly, Loki, the trickster god of mischief and treachery.
Yeah.
The language of the Scandinavians was a 16-character marking script known as the runic script. Runes were often used as a means to heal and cure diseases, as well.
Okay, I tried to wait on him to get to the good stuff, but he ain't hit it yet. Let's see. Let's see. Talked about Memnon. All the Vikings raided in Africa. First Britons was black. So yeah, I guess the Vikings could have been black. I mean, I believe they were black anyway. Yeah, they was black anyway. Because we was we had the first explorers.
Greetings, family. We are live.
She doing we looking for a little documentary. Let's see. But yeah, I believe the Vikings was black. Yeah, I believe Vikings was black. Come on now, trying to mess up my stream now. Norseman was black. Let's see what bro talking about.
He wrote The Three Musketeers. Yes, of course.
Oh, that's Django. That's Django right there. Oh, he ain't talking. Well, I said searching their fathers.
All right. Shalom. Yahal Bashem Yahushai.
Okay.
Named Swedes seethe over documentary claiming their ancestors were dark-skinned. Sputnik News, February 18th, 2019. This article came out. Now, there's a documentary that's about to hit the airwaves. I don't know exactly what day or when, but the documentary is going to show that the first Swedes were black people, and white people are in an uproar over this situation because we've been told throughout our lives here in America that the Vikings, because the Norsemen, we've been told that the Norsemen were white people. You got white people that do murals of Vikings being white men with these big axes and this long blonde hair, and they have this hat on that has the horns coming out the hat and all that, and they like to paint themselves as some type of warrior type Vikings. Well, those warriors or those Vikings, those Norsemen, were the ones who sailed and encountered the Native American Indians here in North America and established trade with them. Okay, they didn't come here and have war with the Native American Indians. They established trade with each other. The Vikings were also the ones who mapped out North, Central, South America, Canada. Okay, if you want to use a word called cartography, they were the ones who drew up what was known as, there's two sets of maps. There's something known as the famed Vinland map, and there's another set of maps known as the Piri-Reis maps.
Yep.
And Columbus, the devil that he is, had these maps in his possession. That's what's not told to us in history. He had access to Vatican archives, which they had those maps, early maps that.
Yeah, well, Columbus did get sent over here by Spain. Yeah, the Spanish crown when they had kings and queens. Yep.
The Vikings had drew up of Canada, North, Central, and South America. Okay, so Columbus coming over here in 1492 knew exactly where he was coming to, and he knew the people that were over here in the Americas were Israelites because he had Hebrew interpreters with him when he came over.
Okay, we're gonna subscribe and like my Hebrew Israelite brother. We should have clicked on his video first.
Now that's another story. Now getting back to the Vikings, or getting
okay, we're gonna leave it at that. So yeah, Akhenaten, big salute. Hey, I kid, you know, because that why I be feeling like I be talking too much. I'm like, man, people be wanting to get straight to the, man, give me straight to the action. So I'll be trying not to talk too much, you know, and I start my reactions off, you know what I'm saying? Because I be like, dang, but get straight to it. People won't get straight to the action. For real. Word up. So yeah, y'all, that was our reaction for the day. That was our early morning reaction. You know, we're gonna be back with another one. So y'all, if y'all got any suggestions that we haven't touched on yet, man, leave me a comment, leave me a reaction. You know, let me know how you feel about this thing. Let me know some Black history facts. Yeah. We want to know some Black history facts. Yeah, because everything they talking about is our story, his story. Yeah, it's our story. So y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Tune in, tap into Mythology University, Trapflix.com, Trapflix.com. Make sure you go register. And if you are interested in the investment option on the trap coins, make sure you hit my description. Check out my details for my contact info. And y'all hit me. Let me know. So big salute to everybody tuning in, tapping in. We'll be back later on tonight. Big salute to my own support goon that want me to cook that fish. Let me know, because either we got to do fish soup or we got to do fried fish. So, man, for y'all, let me know in the comments too. Fish soup tonight or fried fish? What we cooking tonight? Fish soup or fried fish? Y'all let me know. What we eating tonight? Is it a fish fry or is it a soup night? You know, I'm cool with the soup. I got my bell peppers and my onions and all that stuff in there. Or we could fry it up. Fry it with the head on it and everything. So big salute to AG, my support goon, that say, boy, could he cook that fish? But he ain't say whether it's a soup. I want to bake it. I want to bake it, but the oven had tapped out on us. So it's either soup or fried. Yeah, it's either one of them two. So tonight, yeah, we cooking with Cuddy tonight. We're gonna cook us up a nice little meal. Fish something with rice. I'm thinking teriyaki, garlic teriyaki fish soup. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, over rice. Yeah, I'm gonna cook the fish with the head on it and everything. Yeah, and we're gonna leave the head on it with the eyeballs, all that. Yeah. That's where all the flavor at. Yeah, that's where all the flavor at. So big salute to everybody. Man, y'all stay tuned, tune in, tap in. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments. Leave me some reactions. Let me know how y'all feeling. Let me know what we need to react to. Let me know what we digging for next in the rabbit hole. What we gonna dig for next? Yeah. Because we got to get to digging. We digging all in the rabbit hole. And they say the rabbit hole go deep. Yeah. So y'all keep y'all shovels. Y'all keep y'all paws on deck. Because we digging, baby. Let's dig. Yeah. So big salute to everybody, man. Love y'all, man. Prepare the best y'all can. Get your knowledge up. Study the best y'all can. And just be prepared for anything. Y'all see what's going on? They trying to keep us distracted from something. We don't know exactly what it is yet. We got some ideas, but they trying to keep us distracted from something. So y'all stay prepared, man. Prepare the best you can. Times is hard, y'all. Times is hard. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do to put your family and yourself in the best position. And stay prayed up. Yeah, stay prayed up. Cause we need all the power we can get, y'all. We need all the power we can get. When you pray, ask God, say, God, please bless me with the strength and the power to whoop this devil. Cause I need all the power I can get. Yeah, we need all the power we can get, y'all. So big salute, y'all, man. Love y'all, man. Y'all stay tuned.